Good day, everybody. Welcome to another resin pour. I'm doing this again for the newbies, just so that you can see the process. I'm going to be weighing my resin this time, and I want about 180 milliliters, so one part is going to be 60. Woo! Nearly went over. And I'm finding that with this particular resin, I can measure by volume or by weight. It still works the same. It's a very flexible resin. It's got other things that I have to fiddle with, but as far as weighing, it's okay. I just got to watch this, make sure I go 180, 50, 60, 70, woo, 2 more grams, there we go, 180. Okay, so that is that. Aha, I made sure I marked my lids so I don't make a mistake and put the wrong lid on the wrong bottle and then have trouble later. So I'm just going to be mixing this. I'll move this thing out of the way now because I'm finished with it. So the mixing process is really not hard, and like I said in earlier videos, you will get bubbles, so you just try and mix it nice and gentle so you don't get too many bubbles, and you're just looking for that really nice clear consistency, because you don't want any of the strings in there. So I'm going to be stirring this for a little while until it's all ready to go. Okay, so my resin is now nice and clear, and now I'm getting ready to mix my pigments. Okay, so I've only got a few, and I'm going to do it right up here so you can have a better look. And I'm going to have quite a bit of white, which I want to leave a bit of a white negative space, and just have a little bit of other pigments. Actually, most of this is going to be white. I'm just going to get rid of some of that, and I'll mix the white in a bigger cup because I'm going to need much more. And 1, 2, 3, actually I'm going to be needing, oh that's right, sorry, just talking to myself again, thinking out loud. Okay, I've got some pigment here that I have mixed myself to get this nice beigey color, and I'm going to put that in this cup here. So you don't need a lot, it's only maybe about 20 milliliters in there, so all I need is put a little bit of this. That's an opaque, and I've got this gorgeous raspberry by Artisue, which is a nice reddish color, quite strong. Once again, you can add more or less as long as you don't put more than 10%, just to get the right transparency. Is that the right word? Just you want to, if you want it a little bit more see-through, then put less in there. If it's an opaque color. If it's already a transparent color, then you should be all right to just put in the right amount. Just play with it. Don't be too strict, and try to remember what you did, even if you write it down after you do a pour, because sometimes it turns into a really cool piece, and you can't remember what and how you did it, unless you're recording, which is also an awesome idea, to just record what you're doing, and then you'll know. Just go back and watch it. Okay, so that is that. I'm going to leave a little bit of clear in my cup, and in this cup I'm going to put most of this, or actually I might just put a little bit of clear in there for later, and the rest of this, should I go back too much? I only need a tiny little bit just to fix things up. And in here I'm just going to put some of this epoxy pigment, which is a no brand one. It doesn't have a brand, it's just called an epoxy pigment. I've tried it before and it works really well. I'm going to put about that much in there. Well, maybe a bit more. It came off. So what I do usually is just scrape it off the side. And then mix that. So now with mixing, okay, depending on what pigment you're using, you don't have to, just watch what you're doing, okay, observe. That's what you got to do, is observe everything. So if you want more of a sort of lacy look, you can mix the pigment in not as thorough as you would normally, so don't mix it as much, and then you get those strings, which can give a really cool effect. So just then I took another stick, okay, because I don't want to contaminate my paint with resin, because I had resin on the other stick, so I'm just being careful of that, and just stir in now. So stir it in well. If it's looking a little bit grainy, like with some powdered pigments, you need to stir it in really well. But some of the paints or inks are really great, and tinters, you just put a few drops in there and just give it a little swirl and leave those strings there, because they will just create some really awesome effects when you pour it. And my gorgeous gold, okay, so see, I didn't really mix it in too much, just a little bit, because I want to have some of those strings. Okay, and this one is my copper. It's quite transparent. I'm going to add a little bit more in there, because I want it to be a little bit stronger. So that's what you do. You go back and forth and figure things out as you go. And then put that aside, try to be organized and make your life much easier. Yep, I try to sit down and work, but I can't. I've got to get up. Okay, that's really gorgeous. Look at that. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, now I've got my lovely raspberry. Just quite transparent at the moment, because I only put a teeny little bit in there. So I'm going to add some more. With these sticks as well, you can reuse them. I use them a couple of times. No problem. Okay, so that's that one done. Oh, that's gorgeous. Makes me hungry. And my little mix, right here. Beautiful creamy white, or it's not quite beige, it's very, very light, like sandy color. Alright, so that's that. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to be working on my negative space, and I haven't really worked out how I want to have this done. So the best way for me is, although I did have an idea in my head and then I get started and something else happens, so I'm just going to go for it and see where this painting will take me. And I will start up here. At the moment I'm just going to try and keep the paint up on the top and not the sides, but I will see how I go with it. And if I just going to clean that down there for a second, because I need to clean this bit here. This is just an alcohol wipe. I just want to try and clean that little drop of speck of that raspberry red. One thing not to do is mix your paints on your canvas, and I always do that. And now I can see that I need to pop some piece of stick underneath there. Alrighty, so that's that. Let's go this way a little bit. Let's create a bit of a round-ish negative space. And maybe I might actually have some down here. Just a tiny little bit. Always leave a little bit in the cup for later. And I'm going to clean my hand. Oh, my hair. I put my hair up and everything. Then give it a bit of a torch. Pop the bubbles straight away. Whoops. And I'm just going to use a stick and pull that to the side. I'll bugger it. Use my hands, much quicker and nicer. And I get to feel the painting, and I get to really get into the mode, which is just wonderful, relaxing time. Now if the paint decides it wants to start sliding down, then that's fine. I'm going to try and contain it up here, but if that's what it wants to do, then I will let it. Now I could have just covered this canvas with some clear, because there's already white underneath there, but I really didn't want to show the canvas. So I think this looks much more elegant having the actual white. Okay, now that I've done that, yeah, I'm just going to bring it over this way a little bit. Okay, so I just want to bring this over here a bit, because I want some of the colours to mix in with this white. Okay. Torch again. Very quickly across. So think I'm going to go with this sandy colour just down here, like so. And some of it is mixing in already with the white, which is fine. That's such a lovely warm colour. This makes me think of the sand on the beach. A little bit more over here. Always bring your cup with you. You know, you just have better control, you know, and less drippage. And if you drip somewhere, oh well, don't worry about it too much, but you got better control this way. Okay. I'm going to go straight with this red. Actually, I'm going to go a little bit with this copper. I want to be a little bit careful because I don't want it too much there. And you can see it bleeding into that sand, and I'm actually dragging it a little bit. Go down here. Ooh, not supposed to go down, not supposed to go down. Silly me, I'm so used to doing it that way. And now push that. Okay. Now just push this a little bit. Just like that. Okay, next one, a little bit gold, shall we? Let's go with this red. And I'm going to pour this red. Okay. Just move it a little bit. Use the hand, much easier. Like I said, not sure what's going to happen with this one. I've got a little bit of this clear, which I'm just going to get an old one. Just going to put it right through here. Okay, and then just use my hand to blend that. I think we will let it drip down, but we'll see how we go. Bit of gold in there. Okay. Go a little bit more with this. I'm just going to add some more clear in this one to make it to thin it down a little bit. And I'm just going to pour the whole thing in there. so. I like to get my hands involved, and sometimes it starts to look like a bit of a mess, but it always tends to fix itself up somehow. And if it doesn't, there's always another layer. We were just talking about that in the group today, about how far to go with, you know, knowing when to stop. And some of us just don't know when to stop. Okay, so I don't know what that's sort of looking like from up there. Still got a little bit of this red in here, which I will likely pour just down here. This will be moved. Okay, so I would like to use my heat gun. Okay. Okay, still got lots of gold, which I'm going to put across here. And a little bit down here. And some of this lovely bronze. Also, a little bit of this white. Need some of this clear to thin it down a bit. Looks like it's got a lot of white there. But, so with this red, I just want to go a tiny little bit over here. Hang on a minute. Over here. Okay. And then some of this bronze. I think I want to put more of that bronze here. It's just really pretty, and I've got lots of it. So there's only a little bit of this left, so I will scrape up some more of this. Oh no, I've got lots. There. Got quite a bit of this one. It's always a nice surprise, even though I'll leave it on purpose for later, but it's a nice thing to know that you've got more resin. So for me, this is even too much resin, but it's got really nice coverage, and I can even do the sides if I wanted to. So here we go, a little bit maybe down here, might even go across them a little bit. I want to go across this red a bit. No, I'll leave it like so, and then some more of this gold. Actually, I'll get my heat gun. Pop bubbles. I'll work this a little bit. So that looks like it needs a bit more resin there. So I'm going to add some more of this white and then fix it up. I just had some exposed canvas, which I don't like, I haven't noticed before, so that's going to be fixed now with, actually let's go with gold. Where's my stick? Quite a bit of gold there. I'm going to go in here with the gold as well. Making some really cool lines right here, which I can break up, or I can just leave them like that. And over here you can see where that red pulled back, you can see a stain underneath there, so I'm going to follow that line and just get some gold in there just to fix that bit up like that, and then follow it again a little bit just to create some really cool character, make it look interesting and pretty like so. And all that gold is doing is sinking into the white, which is looking really interesting here. And because I have that blob there, that's just letting me know that it needs something there, a little bit of character, and I maybe can add some here as well. Okay, over here definitely needs a little bit more gold, just because I've got lots and I like to use what I've got. I can do that as well. And I like to have, I don't like having deliberate lines, like a deliberate break between one color and another color. I like to blend it a little bit so it doesn't look too deliberate, like it's been put there, measured, you know. Oh, I've got more of this copper. Here we go, just over here, a little bit over there. Oh, I totally didn't imagine this, but I like it. Now we're going to do a similar thing that we did here with the gold. Now with this, I would usually grab my hairdryer or my heat gun and just blast it. But you know what? I actually really like this effect. And that's going to still move and drip in and do all kinds of things. So all I want to do is just create some lines. That I can't control. I just love my lines. That there looks pretty cool. So I just leave it there. I might fix that a little bit. Some more lines here. Okay. This gold just looks really interesting there, so I'm just going to leave that. I've got some more of this one left. I might just dress it up with a bit of this. So a little bit. Go a little bit in here maybe with it. Create a little swirl. Okay, and I think I have everything now. There's just a little bit of red left that I can just put here. Just to kiss this little white and gold nicely. And that, my friends, hold on a second. Bit more here. Just want to dress that one up a bit. Can make it continue rather than just stop there. Okay. So not sure that I like that now. Not this one. What I'll do is, I might just get the heat gun on there. Actually, use a torch first. Give it bubbles. Lots and lots of bubbles popping up all over the place. The movement, and always look down a little bit, bend down and have a look if you can find something. And I just saw a hair or a bit of fluff probably from my clothes, and lucky I've got white left because I need some here. The canvas is showing, so I've got to fix that straight away. Nice thick blob on there. And we are good over on this end. I'll just add some more, and then over here a little bit more just on the edge, and I'll go around and wipe the canvas with the alcohol wipe to have it nice and clean on the sides. Just tilt it a little bit. Just want to see, there we go. And try not to disturb it too much, because it's going to go back. Although I've tightened the canvas, it still seems to be pulling in the middle. Okay, gonna leave it like that now. Let it do its thing. The only thing that I might just do is whenever I say I'm not gonna do it, I always do it. Let's just see if I can. That's not gonna fix it. I'm just worried about this gold sinking too far in. Oops. Okay, well, it is what it is right now. Just want to fix that about a bit, and this, and okay, that's it, folks. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to bring you down so you can see what's going on, and then I'll bring you back again when it's done, when it's all dry and set. Okay, folks, so here it is. How cool do they look? It's still gonna move a lot because it's still quite wet, and then I'm quite interested to see how it will turn out. A few cells there. Okay, wasn't looking for cells, but anywho, there it is, and we shall see tomorrow how it turns out. Okay guys, it's all set up now. I just did some swirls with that gold and that copper. So all I did was just made some swirls in the design with a stick, and yeah, I quite like the look of it now. Few little cells, just got a lot of character. It's very organic, like few little cells down there, and look how nice and smooth that looks. Overall, very happy. Very different. Okay, so thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe and click that like button if you like it, and I'll see you in another video.